You're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah. No, you're cutting out a little bit.
We might have to let you go, Steve. You're cutting out a bit, brother.
Listen, we'll.
Wait. Right, bro. I'll ring up. I'll text you when I'm in the next town.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll ring in midway through. We don't give a fuck. We'll talk about some other shit.
Just FaceTime in there, Steve, or ring in. Yeah, okay, I think we've lost visual.
Whenever you hear that little ding, it's like, no
he's
good.
Gone. Anyway, that's fine. I'll just stop that recording.
Look, we'll leave the Melbourne Cup, Nullarbor, Ned Brockman chat till fucking Stephen gets back in service. Brando, could I just ask that I get my little headphones turned down just a smidge?
Oh, okay. Yeah, headphones.
If that's possible.
Live in the booth.
Just seeing a bit of behind the scenes here stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. No, that's good. That's real good, actually. That's prime time.
Well, I reckon we stay on the topic of Melbourne Cup there just for a moment. We can jump back in and Steve. But, to what you were saying, when we sort of storyboarded our little reel last week, which got a bit of love on the socials, which was nice. We really, we come up with this initial concept, and then basically how we put it together is like, let's pick a horse with somewhat of a crazy or a funny or an omen-based name, and then we'll work backwards on how we base this thing. So it was all thought out. I like to think a bit methodically in its own right.
Yeah, I'll be 100% honest, right? Because I didn't see any form, nothing. We just went off name and name alone, and then waking up. Oh, yesterday I checked a few names. I was like, oh yeah, right, there's a few fucking little earmarks there. Boom, boom, boom. And then today I was like, nah, fuck it, right? I'm just going to do a bit of full form guide. Went through, checked everyone's form. Didn't really read the read-ups. Just went through form. And then I genuinely was like, wow, Warp Speed's not going to come anywhere near the first four. Just to be 100% honest with you. Because Japanese horse, Japanese jockey, Japanese trainer, hadn't run the distance before. He's pretty young in his career, just based off memory. I think he's only had something like 8 starts, and he has had some few wins. I think it was like a 70% win percentage or whatever. But definitely a horse I'm going to follow going forward. But when we were watching there today, we went over to the local watering hole across the road from the studio, the Heritage, and we had a bit of food there, a bit of a drink. And when she kicked off, Warp Speed come out of barrier 2, and with the Melbourne Cup, it's a fucking long race, right?
Yeah, 3,200 metres, right?
2 miles, 2 miles. We had a few noobs there that were just sort of getting into the whole Melbourne Cup. They had a few questions, and, we sort of said, like, and they sort of knew too, like, even if it's in a bad position in the first 1,000 metres, first K, it's not the end of the world.
It counts for nothing unless it genuinely sat in the barrier for 10 seconds. You're always in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in that first half of the race, 1,500. If you're somewhere there between last and first, you're still in the race.
Something that struck me today, and I don't know if this might be just a bit of remembering bias, but the spread seemed quite far out early on in the race. You had first and last quite spread out, and it wasn't like there was a lump up the front and there was trailers behind. It was pretty evenly placed throughout the whole spread, which had me a little bit concerned because I thought, fuck, I can't remember it being this spread out in previous years.
Yeah, fuck, I just can't remember it all. I know there's been ones before where one just absolutely takes off, but it might be by itself, just trying to get the early lead, and that might be a strategy that they come into the race with. But yeah, if I'm being honest, I can't really remember year by year. Maybe if I watched a little
a little highlight
or something. But it did get a good jump and went straight to the fence, which I liked because there's lots of horses. They're really wide.
You said that actually. Now that I'm remembering that. You said that, like, it jumped good and it went straight to the barrier. And there was a heap of horses that from outside, because if you don't know, Warp Speed, I think, jumped from barrier 2. And there was a heap of horses out wide that just cut straight in. So obviously they're losing meters by doing that. But that's the strategy. Get close to the barrier, less meters, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, so I think just it stayed there or thereabouts. And, fuck, bro, what was it, like 400 meters to go, and I'm like, no, it's coming. It's coming.
And I
started it slowly started winding up. So I believe it just saved its energy. It stuck around, the back half of the pack. And then
definitely back half.
And then as it got closer and closer to the finish line,
it was weaving through the whole pack.
It was ducking. It was weaving. It was just winding up though. Like you could just see it slowly start increasing in pace, and then by the last turn, I got nervous. I was there. I'm like, holy fuck, warp speed, settle the fuck down.
And then I started yelling out in the pub. I'm going, holy fuck, warp speed.
Yeah.
And because even though it was, like you said, in the back of the pack, it was in a good spot, but there was that many horses in front of it, and I knew how many weaves and doves and goosies it had to do to get through all those horses. I was like, even if it does a couple 4 good ones, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And it just went bus, and then when it was up in the top sort of quarter, maybe top 10, and I'm going, oh, not top 10, top sort of 5, 4, 6, that sort of thing. I'm going, holy fuck, he's half got warp speed, go warp speed, go. And
bro, just don't pull that too tight because you're fucking hooked up over here.
I'm hooked up on the other side.
Yeah, bro, I got those little butterflies in my thing. I was like, holy fuck, this thing's going to win. And I've never really been a part of a Melbourne Cup win. Maybe,
no, neither.
Maybe back in year 3 when we do a Calcutta at school, promote gambling at a very, very young age.
Yeah, well, when you're the mecca of gambling worldwide, you got to start them young, and it's ingrained in the society from top down. And I saw a few comments on Instagram today being like, oh, I don't support the race, and my son, he did the Calcutta in year 3 today, and he got first, second, and third. I'm going, mate, your fucking son almost just won.
Probably won more than you won, brother.
Yeah, exactly right. So, let's just go for a little second.
You don't know it's gambling at that point in your life, so let's get that fucking squared away.
Yep.
And it's just a fun little thing, and I guess you don't even, before the Melbourne Cup, after the Melbourne Cup, when you're that young, the thought doesn't even enter your little wee brain.
No,
it's just, all right, today's Melbourne Cup, we pick in a little horse. If you win a fucking few chockies, or, you know what I mean? You win $20 to take home to mum and dad, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly right. And I just don't like, right? Worldwide, there is cultures, okay? All the cultures are different. There's some pros of the cultures, there's some cons of the cultures. But your culture is your culture. And fucking Russians drink vodka, and, the UK have terrible food and they colonialise the world, and the Americans are loud and all that sort of stuff. Australians gamble.
Yeah.
All right? Yes, I understand it's an addictive thing, and we need to gamble responsibly, and we need to do everything we can to mitigate this sort of addictive vice. But at the end of the day, it's a fun fucking activity, and we are the mecca of the world.
And if you're a school teacher and you can throw on this race and soak up a couple hours of the afternoon watching the build-up, watch the race, cut out your little Calcutta cards, pass them around, whatever.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's a fun little
It's almost like a public holiday.
Exactly.
Because you're not actually doing any school.
Yep.
And I'm all for fuck me, one day in a term where it's like...
It's like a dress down day. It's just a fun little thing. It's a fun little day.
Last day of term.
Yep.
It's not real school. You know what I mean? It's just fun little thing that everyone sort of looks forward to. So
yeah. Well, that was our primary school life anyway. I don't know. They probably don't do it as much these days, but maybe they do.
I don't know. Instagram seemed to be fucking throwing up a few things. Everyone's like, oh yeah, my son and my daughter did this and I don't support the cup. And I'm like, fuck off. Can you stop?
You must be fun at parties. That's what I'd be saying back to that.
That's all I could think. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Everything's so serious.
I know. If it's not that, it's something else,
It's something else.
Little Johnny getting bullied for dress down day or something.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck me. What can you do?
Yeah, no, I fully agree. But listen, Warp Speed come second. Knight's Choice, Big Ruffy, $63.50. Had a few people send through some absolute fucking screaming winners. Even $10 on this bad boy would have come home with $635.
I would love to know if in a fairy tale universe on people who bet on that horse, what their strategy was, because we just heard at lunch, my partner Chloe, her sister was talking with a work friend, and they said, oh, whatever number 11 is, it's angel numbers, we'll put a bet on it for the Melbourne Cup. Turns out to be the winner.
Now, for those of you that don't know, because we do have a majority male audience, there is certain numbers, 444, 333, 222, 111, 1111, 666, devil's number, all that sort of stuff. Well, 1111 is the angel number. So Chloe's sister went for the angel number, and fuck, did that angel look out for her.
I know, and she sent a screenshot to their family chat where she'd forgotten to put the bet on it. I think they must have spoke about it yesterday at work. And this girl texted just before the race, remember, don't forget to back 11 for angel number. And anyway, she only chucked $5 on it, but still $5 is better than chucking anything on a horse that didn't win. So
now let's just for 2 seconds break this down, right? I know we just said we're the Mecca and we need to embrace our culture and whatnot, and everyone, all these unfun people that are like, oh, blah blah blah. But listen, Chloe's sister, what's her name?
Olivia.
Shout out to Olivia. Shout out to her.
Over in WA.
Over in WA.
Sergeant Weasel is at the moment.
Sergeant Weasel, fucking captain.
Well, on the way anyway.
Junk captain's over there. Right. She is not going to become a gambler after this. She's chucked the price of a fucking coffee on a horse in the fun, in the moment, and she's come home with fucking $315, right?
Yeah.
She can go buy some new AirPods with that, some new shoes. Guilt fucking free, mind you. It's outside the budget. It's disposable income.
Sounds like a great weekend ahead, if you ask me.
Yeah, it does. It does, actually. Yeah, guilt-free weekend,
Guilt-free.
Guilt fucking free. So that's where I think that, play on. Play on for the Melbourne Cup.
And that's just the fun in punting. And at lunch, after Chloe said that Olivia got this bet, we were only joking, I think, before the race, before Chloe rocked up and said, girls, typically speaking, when they're gambling on these sorts of events, it's either a name, which we done for our reel, so we can't bag that.
No, we got second.
It's cool colours that they just see and like, or their favourite colour, and they see a horse's and the jockey's colour and go, yep, I like that. Or it's like a lucky number, or they might trifecta their favourite 3 numbers, or their birthday. It's always these numbers, colours, names, omenality that just seems to strike on these sorts of race events. And look, I reckon that pays off. That's what I was trying to say before. Love to know how many of those that were betting on just these omenality, number, name, colour versus how many people won maybe on a stake, a work stakes, and how many people seen something in that horse that they liked and genuinely bet on it. I reckon it would be 60, 30, 10. 60% you've just omenality picked
correct
you winning. 30% like some sort of stakes or some sort of Calcutta or however they
or
explain
mystery bet or whatever.
Yep. And 10% would be someone saw a little edge in the market and they're like, I really like this horse, even though it's paying $60. So it would be in a fantasy world, it'd be interesting to know the stats on that, right?
I'll give you a revise on that one. 60, 39, 1%. Who the fuck picks a $63.50 based on formula? Unless you are a full fucking degen, watch every race here, Japan, Ireland, England.
It was an Irish jockey.
Irish jockey, not an Irish horse. I think it was an Australian horse, I believe. But still, just you'd have to be in the know and you'd have to know this and that and break it down all the way. So I back, fuck the 10%. It'd have to be 1% of punters that get on that. So, it's a good day for all. 60% of people have picked it just on omenality and omenality alone, and they've come home with the fucking chockies.
And that's what we support at this podcast.
Correct.
It's very brand.
Yes.
Omenality is superior to all.
Now,
especially in the horse racing arena.
Correct. So while we're on the Melbourne Cup, after it happens, there's always that person that chucks on a mystery bet and happens to be the lucky one that gets the numbers like in a lotto. A good friend of the show, Damo Mossinger, one of his close friends, had a few mystery bets on. I genuinely, when I woke up this morning, was like, I'm going to chuck a few mystery bets on. Completely forgot to. Just went off, some other fucking picks of my own. But, this mate of Damo's picked the trifecta off a mystery trifecta. which was paying $22,000. I think he only had 50. It must have been 50 cents.
Yeah.
Or if a mystery trifecta is 24, he had $12 on it. It's 50% of the trifecta, which was $22,000. So
he had $3 on it and come away with just over 11,000.
Yeah, which isn't too bad for $3.
Fuck. Talk about great weekend.
Talk about odds. Now, obviously in the Melbourne Cup, there's a lot of not sore losers, but close but not quite there winners. And just while we were at the Heritage watching this race and having a few drinks, had a few bites to eat, I was in the toilet having a piss, and this guy come up and heard that we were screaming after Warp Speed.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, did you get that? Did you get the roughie?" And I said, "Oh, nah, mate, no, we got the second." And he goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, right." He said, "Oh, we were just talking about something." And anyway, and he goes, "Oh, have a look at this." And so he had signed up to, must have been TAB that day.
Yeah.
And one of the promotions at TAB, one of the promotions another bookie was running.
Yeah, we can say TAB.
Yeah, it was running, deposit something or, sign up of $50, blah, 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 blah. Broke the 50 into four $12.50 bets.
Yep.
Placed a $12.50 bonus bet on the winner. Placed a $12.50 bet on Warp Speed.
To win or second?
Second.
Or to place, yep.
To place. He also placed a $12.50 on a first four mystery bet. The mystery bet was 11, which is the winner. He then had third as number 12, which did happen.
In a separate bet?
No.
Oh,
this is
the mystery.
Correct, yep. He also then had the fourth right, which I think was horse number 14. I may be wrong there. The only one he got wrong was the second place, which was Warp Speed. He would have won the $1 million first four, which is what
was the fellow that tapped us on the shoulder.
No, not him. Another guy. I didn't even know where this guy was sitting in the.
Okay.
But he obviously must have been.
Dude touched me on the back. I was like,
yeah. He's like, see the first four, and I'm like, he wasn't. He's watching the NFL, brother. We're the one watching the fucking races over here. But
exactly.
It was interesting that obviously the first four paid $1 million. So shout out to anyone out there that got on the mystery first four or had the first four because you're an absolute fucking punting guru. And hope you enjoy $1 million.
Bro, and just quickly before we move on, little shout out to the Ned's Toolbox. So obviously we got on Warp Speed, obviously. Omen and Omenality alone.
Correct.
Come second by B-Stick. And just on that, as it just finished, there's like 3 people text me at once because they've seen the reel and they're like, "Can't did that just win?" I was like, holy fuck. Anyway, Ned's Toolbox, I added an extra nudge. It was one of their racing features, extra nudge on that. And yeah, if you're in the open group, you would have seen they paid mine out as a winner. So $26, it come down to $26 and paid me out as a winner because extra nudge, I think it gives your horse half.
I thought it was half a length.
Okay.
Is that right? You were saying half a nose.
I think it's like 0.2 of a length, which is
maybe it is
like a head.
Yeah,
whatever. It's
maybe
close.
it is. Yeah, but like that's just this is why we are partnered with Neds. This is why they have all these great tools, the toolbox. Like this is another great Ned story. Collab with Punting Access. They give me a little message today saying, "Hey, listen, put a $50 bet on Flemington Race 4. And we'll match it with a bonus bet for race 5 or 6. And I thought, I'm spending $50. I get a bonus bet to spend on another horse. It's sort of 2 birds, 1 stone. You get double the crack, at a chance at some fucking extra disposable income. I would not have put this bet on if they didn't send me that message. I've put on $50 for Punting Access's pick in race 4.
Is that $9 shot or
$9 shot?
Fucking oath.
$50, $450 in the bank straight up. The bonus bet didn't get up, but who gives a fuck at that point? You just go, yippee!
Fuck, and I think that was his only winner of the day.
So look, that's just the gods looking out for me because
divine timing, eh?
Yeah, divine timing.
Fuck, wouldn't that have wouldn't that have been a story to tell? You win that and Warp Speed wins. But look, a second from Warp Speed by Bees Dick is a win in my eyes. And,
mate, absolutely.
I mean, I won my bet technically, so, extra nudge. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, so guys, if you're not with Neds, I don't know what you're doing, but they are the best in the business. They're the best.
The best, the only.
The best, the only. So,
and you know the rest.
You know the rest.
Steve-O, on the weekend, bit of rugby league. I was away on the weekend down in Kingscliff, a little Digger Mate conference, but
a little bit of corporate dollar slavery.
Yes, that's it. But Pacific Champs, did you catch any of that?
I did not. I had a look at the markets. I did a little bit of processing. I don't know what you'd call it. I did a bit of form checking.
Market research.
Market research. That's a great term there. Thank you, Brandon. But I had a look, and it was the Kiwis versus the Tongans. Obviously, the Tongans are a force to be reckoned with at the moment. As Captain Junk will tell you, that the Australian Kangaroos should have beat the Tongans by 60-0 or something, but we only beat them by 18, and he was saying that's such a disgrace. I was on the flip side saying that it's a testament to the strength of the Tongan side. Now, the Kiwis have gone in. They have a formidable team as well. They've got some OGs. They've got some young up-and-comers. Anyway, the line was, I believe, -6.5 going in before the match.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't like the line at all, just because I know the skill that the Tongan team possess.
Slept on, man.
Bit slept on. Like, apparently Jerome Luai, I know he's going to be like, which Jerome? It's Jerome Luai, playing for the Tongan team, had an absolute fucking rip and tear on the weekend that is, really, really getting Tigers fans dick hard. But
does he play Tonga? Does he? I thought he's fucking.
Yeah.
What's the blue team?
He's Samoan.
He's some. Yes. Samoan.
Maybe I'm fucking off me head.
Well, you didn't watch it, so that's
this is not a good sign. While we're fucking
I'm just going to pull that up quickly.
Can you just check that Samoan side? And
it's that Katoa from Dolphins.
Maybe I'm fucked up now. Maybe I meant Katoa. Maybe Katoa had the fucking unreal game, so it ripped and tear.
But man, I watch highlights because I didn't get to catch the full game, and the Tongans started off on an absolute heater, scoring 24 unanswered in the first half. They just went bang, bang, bang.
Because I only came in when I checked the score, which was in the second half, New Zealand being 24-24 with them.
Yeah, and so they come back. Then it was a reverse in the second half.
What I actually thought in that instance was that New Zealand got to 24 and the Tongans caught up.
Yeah, no, it was
the opposite.
Basically, Tonga got to a lead 24-0 in the first half, and then it's just a game of two halves. We say it all the time, and then basically, Kiwis just come out in the second half and basically done exactly what the Tongans done to them in the first half. Just kept going out wide. Shawnee Johnson throwing these late out the back pills to that Keanu Kinney from Titans.
Yes, I do like him.
So I think he scored 2 or 3 and basically had his hand in nearly all of them. And it was all down that right side. He was playing centre. And he's electric, man, for how small he is, hey.
See, they changed that because when I was betting on the Kiwi game the week previous where they beat... Who did they play? It must have been...
Who Kiwis last week?
Who did Kiwis play? It must have been
man, it's a bit confusing.
Yeah, it is a bit confusing.
Kiwis played Aussie last week.
Did we? Oh, yeah. So my multi was something like Jermaine Asako to score 4 points, Zach Lomax to score 4 points, and Keno Kinney to score a try. Now, the reason I did that was I thought they had him on the wing.
Yeah.
But I believe they've changed him around this week and obviously been way more...
I'm just trying to look here what they had him at. They have him listed at fullback, so he must have just been wrapping around on those plays.
Because when I thought he was on the wing because he plays the wing for the Titans, and I thought, he'll definitely score a try. But then I didn't check the team list. They actually had him at fullback, and so the first week he didn't score that many tries. Second week, obviously, against the Tongans, he's done an absolute attacking fucking bonanza and done the whole wraparound thing and scoring from that wing centre position, wrapping from fullback. So
he killed it. And then, it got to 24 all. The Tongans got a nice field goal shot about half early. It was probably about 6 minutes to go, and they just thought they got in a good position to go for one and, slotted one. But then, the Kiwis had, I think it was a minute or 2 minutes to go. They got a penalty about 42 out and gave it to Asako. Just misses it, because he's got a big boot on him.
Yeah, definitely got
just misses it to the left. But then they get one more opportunity. Shawnee Johnson goes for a field goal, gets knocked down, and then it comes back to Asako, and he has basically a clean shot at it in the middle. He's about 35 out and just sprays it, bro. No. So they had every chance to draw it up and send it to overtime, but it just showed. Usually those games when the whole momentum shifts, like in the first half, you're up by 24 or whatever it is, and then once this other team, every try they score, kind of like the Bronx Grand Final in a sense, you're just going, holy fuck. It's slipping away every try. They've lost the momentum. They're going to lose this. But they managed just to hold on and, get the win by one. So I'm not sure how this Pacific Championship works. And to be fair, I haven't really been following it that hard. So this coming weekend, there's 2 games, but they're both finals. So the main final is Kangaroos versus Tonga for first and second. But then I've seen on social media, Kiwis versus PNG Commonwealth, and whoever loses gets relegated. Relegated from the Pacific Championship little comp that they're doing. I'm not sure.
Right.
Might have to read into that and follow up next week. You'd assume Kiwis are going to punish the Commonwealth. I got the odds up here. So $1.08 take PNG $7.50. Big line there, 19.5. So if you like a little roughy, maybe you get on the plus 19.5 for the Commonwealth. But bro, this is my bet tech later on in the episode. Kangaroos $1.12 take on Tonga at $6.50, and based on the first half performance anyway of Tonga last week, I like the look of them. And Kangaroos haven't been putting on massive performances, as we also said last week or week before. They don't have their full strength Australian side that they've had in the past. There's a few players that are either injured or, weren't 100% coming into this. Couple played the grand final and stuff, so sort of, weren't available for this Pacific Championship. But I really like the line that plus 18.5 for Tonga against Kangaroos. It seems them paying $6.50, but then the line only being 18.5. I think there's a bit of a discrepancy there.
100%.
But anyway, I really like that line 18.5, and I reckon they could go toe to toe. Like now these sort of Pacific Islander teams are getting these players that have maybe represented Australia or New Zealand in the past, but in these sorts of comps allowed to go represent their heritage team or where they were actually born or whatever. Like, they just seem to turn up, eh? Like, when they're the underdogs, they just seem to turn up. So, it'd be interesting how that one plays out. They're both this weekend, Steve-O, both on Sunday. Aussies play Tonga at 3:05. Kiwis play the Commonwealth at 5:20. So,
listen, there's a couple of good little lines in there. I think that the 18.5, like if you reduce that to only plus 6.5, you'll be getting not the $6.50 odds, but like you'll be getting fucking on like $3.40, something like that. And with the Kangaroos only beating Tonga the last time they played by 18.
Yeah, even halve that, like just plus 10.5
plus 10.5, something like that. You'll get some good value there, and I think it's going to be a quite close game.
For sure.
So although the $6.50 for Tonga, I don't know if they will win, you can look at that alternate line and get some value out of that because they've got them like priced so far out.
Don't reckon the odds will be out, but I'm just going to have a quick look here anyway, just to see if the alt line, because I reckon that's a really nice bet, if I do say so myself.
If I fucking do say so myself.
Let's go. Ned's app, of course. Alternate handicaps. There we go. Tonga alternate handicaps. Plus 10.5, $2.80. I really like that.
And I would probably mix
Roll the dice, Lexi.
Roll the dice. We're putting that on. I would almost mix it in with like. So what?
You want to do a try score as well, or
nah? Maybe not. No, I was going to try and say something for like the Kiwis and PNG Kummel's game, but
I reckon Kiwis get the job done in a serious way when there's this potential relegation, whatever that means. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
With that on the line, I reckon Shawnee J just turns up one last hurrah and just puts on an absolute fucking clinic. So
I might not go 19.5, but I might multi it with like
13 plus or something.
13 plus or something just to get it over the $3 line.
Yep. Let's see if that's out. That should be out. Oh, we're really going live on the.
Yeah, we're really going
live
live.
on the shit.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
No, it's not up, sadly. But anyway, we are what 5 days ahead, so that's fine. That is fine. But anyway, rugby league. That's that. What is that? Basically it for rugby league for the year after this, or is there some other fucking shit?
That's it.
No. When do they do World Cup?
Oh, I don't fucking know. And I need to get into this whole like Pacific Championship because someone was telling me about like Victor Radley playing for England, like at the end of after the grand final, and they're talking about Victor Radley and England and eligibility, blah blah blah. And I'm going, well, where the fuck's England in this Pacific Championship? Like, are they meant to be in it? Like, what the fuck's going on? I'm a bit lost.
Let's have a look here. Futures. Man, I have no idea. Not in the Pacific Championship anyway, but yeah, is there like World Cup?
Isn't there a World Cup every 4 years? 2008, there was a World Cup. 2012, 2016, 2020, 2020. We're in 2024.
Man, I'm confused.
I'm very confused. They haven't fucking...
Let's see what's on the NRL app. Any internationals? When was that? 3rd of November. England played Samoa and won 34-16. I'm not sure what that is. That's just an international game.
And that was this year?
Yeah, 3rd of November. It's only the other day. Yeah. 2 days ago. Sunday. Yeah, so what was that? That might have been where Radley played, right?
And that's where Terrell May would have been when they were asking about outside of England. They asking about what's going on with the Roosters. But like...
So here you go. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck played for Samoa, Tago, Blaze Talangi, Luai.
Oh, Luai did play for Samoa.
Yeah. Yeah. And they versus England, who has, let's see, Herbie Farmworth.
Victor.
Victor Radley. Yep, correct. Luke Thompson, he plays for Doggies, or did anyway. No, not sure. Bateman, Johnny Bateman, yeah.
Yeah, so I just don't get why that isn't part of the Pacific Championship. I'm a bit lost.
Well, isn't the Pacific Championship like the Pacific Island
teams?
I
get that.
Yeah.
But then, so what? Who played the international games? Just England and Samoa.
That's all I can see on the NRL app. Oh,
that's
that's round 3. Yeah.
So like, why wouldn't you call it just the international comp instead of and like have them now in the fucking? It's just fucking bizarre.
So let's get Vlandys on the line. So game 1 of internationals was France-England, played June 30th. So that seems like a lifetime ago.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Okay.
13th October, only a couple of weeks ago. That's when we versed PNG, the Oz PM13 versus PNG. Yep. I don't know if these all then lead up to a final. England versus Samoa.
Let's just say the Kangaroos win next week against Tonga.
Yeah.
Do they then verse England?
Man, lots of questions, not many answers.
Yeah, there's not many answers. It's been fucking promoted terribly.
Yeah.
It's just like
You're actually right, it has.
As soon as the grand final's over, it's just like no one knows what the fuck's going on.
That is very true. No one knows what's going on, who's playing, what time. Yeah. It's all out of whack.
NRL, you need to be better. Same as the media. You all need to fucking get your shit sorted.
I think, respectfully, they just don't give a fuck about the... Because do the NRL... You know what I mean? Is the International Rugby League, that's a separate body to...
Oh, is it?
I'm fairly sure.
Maybe. That would make sense.
Because, they've done fuck all.
They've done fuck all. And then, because, I'm getting frustrated as a fan because I'm like, why don't I know what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a bit in the dark with how this all works. I'm a bit in the fucking
dark with how... Like that thing I just mentioned then, you've got a Pacific Championship and then international matches and England and Samoa are the only ones playing. And they're like...
Kiwis and PNG, one gets relegated. It's like, what does that mean?
What the fuck is going on? Yeah, no. So I'm very upset with that.
Less to come.
Less to come on that. Anyway, to our... I wouldn't say it's our new favourite sport. Obviously our new favourite sport... Oh, well... Maybe it's our new...
Let's not get your words twisted here, buddy.
Maybe it's our new favourite sport as a podcast.
For sure.
My new favourite sport is NFL, but our new favourite sport is EPL.
Yep.
Hit me with it, Brandon.
Yes, sir. So, EPL match week 10. Match week 10 out of, I think, 38. So still plenty to go.
Holy fuck.
Might just start firstly with the update on the table there. So Liverpool soaring to first on 25 points.
Let's go.
Man City dropping down to second, 23 points after a loss, which we'll get to in a sec, which was a embarrassing loss for their club if by their standards. Nottingham Forest, from going from nearly like one result last year off getting relegated to now sitting in third place on the EPL ladder is awesome. And
it just goes to show you how quickly things can turn around.
Yeah, for sure. Chelsea fourth, 18 points. Arsenal fifth, 18 points. Also have had a last three been rough. Have gone loss, draw, loss, and have a tough matchup against the fourth position Chelsea this week. But yeah, last week Newcastle defeated Arsenal 1-0. Man, I had this in my little show within a show bet last week and posted it in the open group. I had both teams to score and Arsenal to win. So double L there for me. Yeah, which look, isn't great, but as we always say, there's another day with gambling and there's another day with sport. So
there is.
We live to see another day. But as I said, Jason Bournemouth's upset Man City 2-1. And
now, what was the odds going into that? It was something like fucking astronomical, wasn't it?
I didn't check, but I could quickly get it up if you just bear with me.
I'll bear with you because from memory, like Bournemouth, like Man City, if you don't know, are in second. Man City's also like this fucking absolute gargantuan fucking club, been there forever, trillions and trillions of dollars, currently getting criminally charged at The Hague for fucking 115 financial crimes, the most of any organisation ever.
Won like 80% of the championships over the last 50 years or whatever.
Yeah. So they're an absolute fucking Goliath. And Bournemouth, I think, only came into the EPL promoted maybe like 2 years ago, I believe. I may be wrong.
I'm not sure on that exactly, as I've only really been following for about a year or so, but just trying to get it up here,
look, guys, in NRL terms...
Yeah, put it in NRL terms.
It's probably the Dragons beating the Panthers. Or
just like Tigers, like last place beating first place. Really, that's how much of an upset it is.
Yeah.
There we go.
Which can happen.
Up now.
Which we've seen time and time again now. I don't know what happens mentally with these guys. So I believe... Yeah, sorry, go.
$1.55 versus $5.75. So it's not like a $10, $15 shot. And I think that reflects their
when the fuck did you last see an NRL game that was $10, $15? I don't think I can ever remember one.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
$5 dues out there is pretty fucking heavy.
But if you've been following the results, Man City have only just been winning like 1-0. They had a draw a couple games ago. In all these games where they should really be smoking these teams. I don't know if it's got to do with these financial charges. They're feeling the pinch, or there might be some dodgy back end stuff going on.
Definitely, like everyone's worried about their future. I think if you've got 115 financial crimes in the works at The Hague, and
there's some nervous arseholes.
There is some nervous arseholes, and when you got a nervous arsehole, you can't play your best soccer.
No, you can't.
Let's just be honest now. The only other thing I can maybe attribute it to, and although the Panthers or the Tigers don't have, these sort of 115 financial charges at them, you do see it in sport again, where the bottom-ranked team will beat the top-tier team. And I think it has to do with a mentality of like, oh, let's just go out here, this is Bush League, we're going to smoke them. And these boys have like become frustrated, cornered, they like want to fuck the world, and they're just like, we're going to go out there, we're going to fucking...
give them our all,
Yeah, and then like, so they get them on a steamroll, and the other guys aren't ready for it, and the momentum's lost, and it's 80 minutes, and a lot can happen in 80 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's that, because, the last few games, as you can see, they have been getting wins. So 4 games ago, they had the draw, but I feel like this loss was coming because they're only just scraping by. It's nearly another 2 draws in a row, and they get this fucking arsey header, added time at the end of the game, and beating these teams 1-0 where they should be winning 5-0 if you base them off previous years. So felt like a loss like this was coming for them. I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear what like the locals on the ground over there are attributing their little lull of such, they're still sitting second on the ladder, 2 points behind the winner. But
yeah, but there's context.
The behemoth of the club they are, and how much they've dominated the last few years. It's just very unlike Man City to be playing like this. So it'd be interesting to track the next couple of weeks if they, keep slipping down. It'd be cool if Nottingham Forest somehow started to chip away at that top place there. That still just baffles me. I don't know.
So win 3 points.
Yeah.
Draw 2 points. 1 point. Loss 0 points. Right. Yep. Okay. Now, on to match week 11 bets. There's a little one you got here. First fucking thing, right? Brighton 425, Man City 172. Obviously, Man City's just lost. I don't think they're in the clear enough to get the win. So you've got Brighton handicap.
So Brighton have been playing really good. I think they're sitting in 6. I just haven't included them on this little table read here. They've been playing really good, and just as everything I've just said there about Man City playing not so well, if you say that at absolute worst that Brighton come away with the draw, the +1 handicap would give them the win at $2.10. So I really like that. I think if Brighton turn up, they can actually win, which that handicap, still get the win there.
Yep.
But, yeah, I'll be interested to see how that one goes.
There's good value for it there, bro, plus handicap. Because, I was going to say, draw $3.90. That's value.
That's also a good play if
Correct.
you think that. Yeah.
But the handicap at +1 for $2.10.
Just gives you that little safety.
That's primo.
Just gives you that little safety leg there. So, might actually make a note to put that one in the open group, little ride up there to go with that. Next game here I've just got as well for match week 11 coming up this weekend. Chelsea $2.75 versus my Arsenal Gunners, paying $2.45 as the leaderboard shows there, both on 18 points. Will be a very tight matchup. So I like the draw at $3.40, but I also have put that in a multi with both teams to score. So both teams to score and draw, paying $4.59. But yeah, I'm not confident at all. I just think it's going to be tight. So when you think it's going to be tight, make a play for the draw. And yeah, both teams have been scoring multiple goals a game. So yeah, that's my take for this week. Not confident in that one, but really confident on the Brighton +1 handicap, Stevo.
Yeah, I agree because I agree with the Brighton +1 handicap, but with the Chelsea Arsenal, for guys that don't know, I'll just give you a quick little rundown on the old calendar. They are 10 games each, 5 wins each, 3 draws each, 2 losses each. So they are very equally matched at the moment.
Yep. So goals for. So Chelsea have scored 20 goals. Arsenal have scored 17. Chelsea have let in 12 goals. Arsenal have let in 11.
So you could say that Arsenal's defence is a bit better. But regardless of looking at that, I look at 10-5-3-2. Very, very equally matched. You've got the draw at $3.40, which I think is value. But I also think both teams to score and draw at $4.50 is fucking prime value. Because you can see there, right? Chelsea scored as many goals as is the second highest goal scorer of the league at the moment, if we're looking for goals for and goals against, right? You've got Arsenal, they've scored the 4th most amount of goals. Yes, that's right. So they actually go up. So they're both goal-scoring teams, but they're both equally matched at the moment. And I think that both teams to score and draw fucking is absolute value for money. I'm going to be chucking
cherry-picked by yours truly.
And it's a fucking great little mini leg there, little pod within a pod. I actually feel I'm going to be probably chucking 100 on that just because you see when there's bets that just have that fucking draw, that magnetism, that value, that is fucking one of them. And if it doesn't get up, I'll be fucking happy. I don't really give a fuck because I saw the value and I'd be a fucking idiot not to get on it, to be 100% honest with you.
And it's not a 2 and under, but it's a 2 and over. And look, it's, like I said, value there, $4.50 shot, $4.59 to be exact. Just chuck a sneaky 1 unit on it. And if might be a little kitty builder for the weekend. You never know.
Exactly.
So that's EPL, bro. Keep it short and sharp this week. While we move on to our Holy Grail, our new favourite, our best, our only NFL.
Yeah.
Fuck, I want to go watch a game, bro.
Fuck me.
Just watching the game today. Chiefs took on Baker Mayfield's Bucks. The Arrowhead Stadium, they call it, the Chiefs' home field, and they do these drone shots going around, drone or helicopter shots, something like that.
Whatever it is, yeah.
It's zoomed out, it's night time, these lights are so fucking bright, and there's just 100,000 plus people there, pretty much all of them wearing a red shirt, because you can see from the zoomed out view, and wow, it just looks like such a great atmosphere to be around. And even if you don't like that team, just being in awe of that spectacle. Wow, I just want to be there now.
Unbelievable.
I want to be there, brother. But
I really feel like the Chiefs are your team, eh?
Why's that?
I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like the Chiefs are your team. I don't know why. Like, I know you're trying to go the Texans. And
I picked that team at hesitation.
I know.
When I had a gun pointed to my head.
I know, but
Tyler said, "You fucking got to stick by a team." And look, I'll stick by him. I said, I'll do it for the year.
Yeah, but for some reason, I feel like the Chiefs are your team.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why. I can't put my finger on it, but there's just a vibe and a feeling I get that they are your team.
I'm not going to disagree with that because I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs, yeah. But, if you're at a pub and for this to pass the pub test, if someone said, "What's your team, Chiefs?" Oh, of course, follow the Chiefs. Can't they won fucking 10 fucking last 4 years?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, anyway, it would just be... It wouldn't pass the pub test, let's just say that. No. But that game, man, just had it down on the pub at the pub there while watching Melbourne Cup. Fuck, Chiefs, they just find a way. I feel like we say this every week. They just keep finding a way to win. And they're now 8-0.
Yep.
That's insane, man. They're only undefeated team in the NFL at the moment.
Called it pretty early on, I think after the first round.
He said, what, are they just going to go
17-0?
Yeah, 17-0 or whatever.
17-0, whatever he said, and it looks like they are well on the way.
Fuck, man. It's actually insane, eh?
Yeah. It's impressive. So you had... on today's game, and we'll get into the rest of the round a little bit later on, but let's just go with the most recent thing that happened.
Yep.
Straight off the top of the dome piece. Close game. It went 30-24. Chiefs scored in the last... Oh, it did go OT, sorry, OT. Yep. But it was within 30 seconds of OT, is that right?
No, it was just first couple minutes. So, as most of you know, overtime. So, if you get possession first and go down and score a touchdown, it's just game over. But if you go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a opportunity to go down and either kick a field goal and keep playing on, might go to second lot of overtime, or if they score a touchdown, they win.
And we've talked about it on this pod before. I believe the same thing should be brought into the NRL, that, we talk about golden points, so everyone just goes to the field goal, but it really should be, this sort of model where it's like, if you score a try, game over.
Yeah.
But if you score a field goal, it's like, righto, we reset and, let the other team have a chance at field goal. Like, that's how I think it should be run, to be 100% honest with you. Yeah.
But yeah, woke up this morning, jumped on Ned's. I wake up every morning, check my fantasy app. Finally got a win after my 2 losses in a row there. So now 7-2 on my fantasy. Back to the top of the table. Thanks for coming. Shout out myself. Was just scrolling on there. Thought just wanted a little multi for today's game, and I just knew it was going to be a bit of a shootout. Mayfield and Mahomes. Mayfield and the Bucks have been humming. And
really just going up gears, haven't they?
And Mahomes, you could argue, hasn't been humming, but they still fucking win every week.
It's like what they say about Nathan Cleary. Like he plays so well and has for so long that we're just so used to him playing at this level. But it is true that Mayfield has been humming, has been playing out of his skin, whereas Mahomes is sort of just doing the stock standard, robotic, like we just win and they just get it done. He hasn't done anything like extremely fucking pizzazz, like come from, 14 down or something into the second half. So I can see that although you sort of disagree with that, you kind of can agree with that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. And you can't disagree with them being 8-0.
No, exactly right.
But just the way that they keep winning. Like there was a couple games, I think one against the Falcons, they got a late flag and ended up, winning the game. Few arguable lucky calls and stuff. So.
Are the Chiefs the team this season to go the most times into overtime? Because they're at 2. And I don't think any other team's gone into overtime twice.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Don't fact check us.
No, don't fact check us at all.
But yeah, that sounds right, man. Yeah. I could look into that. But yeah, there was another overtime game this week, which I don't have on my notes, but it was Seahawks. And I was just talking to Tyler
Seagulls,
before he had to run off. And yeah, they've just had a massive fall from grace. I think they were... Start of the season, it was around 3 wins, 1 loss. Might have went 3-0.
I thought they went 4-1, to be 100% honest.
Yeah, okay. So
I may be wrong.
Anyway, they were 3-1 or 4-1 at one stage. Humming. Tyler's futures bet had went from 67 into what high?
31. 31 was the lowest. Yep.
Yeah. Which now it would be back up to 67, if not more. So they're now 4 wins, 5 losses. So they've really just fucking shit the bed.
Proper dropped off.
They went into overtime against the Rams, and they're just they're really rocks and diamonds. They threw a pick with like 3 minutes to go in regulation. Rams picked the ball and scored a touchdown. Anyway, they ended up coming back and scored a touchdown to send it to OT. The Seahawks. With only 10 seconds to go in regulation. So can come up with the big plays when needed. But then, just shit the bed in overtime. And, Tyler's not happy. Not a happy camper. That's probably why he ran off today.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's very off it.
But, just quickly, back to that Mayfield Mahomes. $3.32. Get in the open group if you're not in there already, because we post these ones every week. And, which we'll get to in a sec, our new favourite game, 2 and under. I want to get to that and how you've been absolutely humming because fuck. Or do we want to just get to it now?
I fucking half do want to get to it now because, bro, like last week, okay, let's just fuck it. You get us going while I pull up all 6 legs of the YN2U game.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, just, for everyone out there, I just had a little note here. Honourable mention to the young fella, Bryce Young, who's the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. He had a rough start to the season. It was about 4 or 5 games, just losses on the trot. So he's a rookie. Young QB. It's a bit of a big step up going from college to NFL. Always a lot of pressure. You've got to win every game. And, they had a few decent players in their team. They were never expected to do great things or, do anything big this year, but it was more of they're in a bit of a rebuilding phase. But after the 4 or 5 games losing in a row, they've benched him and put on a bit of a QB veteran, Andy Dalton. He's come in. His first game, he killed it through like 3 or 4 touchdown passes. Next game, I think he went solid, and then anyway, he played terrible and got injured. So Bryce Young, he's back in the mix, starting again, and they're like, right, let's give him another go. He's taken the, being benched very well. Let's give him another crack. He's only young, like they've obviously drafted him and think he has potential. And this week, Saints, pretty strong defensive team. Bryce Young, throws his first touchdown for the season, and then also gets his first win by 1 point. So just want a little nod there. And there's those sorts of players that go through that. They get benched, they come back. The club doesn't put their faith in him, but they drafted him at a higher level. So it's like this, we love you, but we hate you sort of mentality where it's like, do you just persist with them? Yeah.
I don't even know if it's that. I think seriously, like you said he's a young fella, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like you've got to go, righto, bro, too much pressure for you right now. You're not getting your head right. And we've seen it a few times in the NRL, obviously across sports. So you go, righto, mate, we're benching you. Just go back to just training every day.
Yeah.
Get confident.
Get back to basics,
And Nathan Cleary talks about it like the only way he feels confident on the field is if he has done all the preparation.
Yeah.
And he can cancel out that noise. And I think that they do this for a reason. It's not that we hate you. It's like, just go back to basics, mate. Just take the pressure off the shoulders. See how you feel without that pressure, that weight. See how you go, and then like you build that confidence back up. It's like, righto, coach, put me back in.
Yeah.
And then like it's almost like, okay, we tried it the first time, didn't work. Righto, bench. Second time, If it doesn't work, bench again, and then we retry a third time. But it's happened to work the second time here.
Yeah.
He's now going to be like riding a bit of a high.
I think so. He got that win. He got that monkey off the back.
Yeah.
So anyway, I hope he continues that trajectory. He's definitely a good player. He's got potential, but yeah, as I said, NFL's just a fucking another step up from college.
Oh yeah,
the defensive systems are way better. So he was. They were joking that this year he'd thrown more at the start of the season, like when he was on that 4 or 5 game last, more interceptions than touchdowns. But anyway, he got that touchdown, got the monkey off the back, and got the win as well. So anyway, but bro, let's just get straight into your 2 and under bets. And are they all NFL, or talk me through how you went on our new favourite game here?
All
NFL. No?
All NFL.
Yeah.
All NFL.
Fuck yeah.
So, obviously last week it wasn't even last week. It was the week before. And it was when Steve was here and I was like, oh, fuck, I want to do this for NFL because, like, not that I know heaps about NFL, but I know a bit more about NFL than I know about NBA. And you were like, nah, I'm going to start on the NBA. It starts tomorrow. Bang, bang, bang. Anyway.
I went the ones I said on the pod, I went 3 and 3 NBA and they all hit.
Yeah. And then all the NFL ones hit.
Yeah, that was the first week, not last week when it was just you and I. So, yeah.
Yeah. But your first week of going 6 multis, all under 2 legs, all under $2. Oh, sorry, 2 legs and under, $2 and under, all hit.
Yep.
I've seen this success and I've gone, fuck, I am keen to get into this. So, first multi last Monday. I waited till the NFL come along. You had a bet. I can't remember what it was. My bet, I've gone 49ers versus the Cowboys. I thought it was going to go under 55.5, and the Brock Purdy was going to score 200-plus passing yards. This comes so close not to hitting, it's not funny. I believe they scored 54 points.
Yeah.
It may have been 55. I can't remember specifically. It was last Monday, so I can't really remember. And I don't believe Brock Purdy scored a heap over 200. He might have had like a last Hail Mary that got him over the 200. So that was
you wrote it off, did you? Or that?
I wrote it off in the last 3 minutes, mainly because I thought that because it was like 30-20 or something.
Yeah.
Might have been 30-20. So they're already at 50 points, and I'm like, someone's going to go for a touchdown here. Fuck it. Get to 56. I'm fucked. Purdy's not even at 200. I'm fucked. Anyway, ended up working out. So we win $168 there.
Was that San Fran versus Cowboys?
San Fran versus Cowboys. What was the end score?
30-24.
So it was 54 points, right? So I've just gone under.
That was last week, yeah.
Last Monday. Sorry, this is my whole 6 legs.
Sure.
Yeah, because
over the 2 weeks, which we said.
Which wasn't 2 weeks. It was just last week for me.
Yeah, but remember the aim of the game is you go 2 weeks in a row with 3 bets in each week.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. But I've just gone 6.
Sure.
Anyway, so 55 under, 55.5 under. I've got 54 points and Brock Purdy scored 200 plus. I think he only just went over that. So $1.68.
260 yards he went.
260. Maybe he had a couple of
few long bombs at the
end. Anyway, we go on to the next one. We take 80%.
Yep.
On to the next one. 20% for fucking bank. Pittsburgh Steelers -6.5. I was pretty confident in that one because Steelers are unreal at the moment. Giants are shit. Put 154.40 on it. Bang, it gets up. We're now at 290.
They won by 8, so yeah.
They won by 8. But yeah, so sorry. Another close fucking game.
Yeah.
Then we get on to, holy fuck, this one, oh my God, this was getting me, right? So, New York Jets versus Houston Texans.
See, this is where I started again and fucking lost. But I'll tell you my other ones that I won. I've won 3 in a row after that.
So I've done a bit of fucking ChatGPT AI analysis. I've gone into because now Neds has the like option to see like with the rushing yards and passing yards. It shows their last 4 games, like what if they hit or if they didn't.
Yeah.
Like for that market. So Joe Mixon Joe Mixon, 70-plus rushing yards. I think he got that in like the first quarter. The cunts are fucking...
Finished on 106. He was just eating it up.
He was eating it up.
And, bro, it definitely helped. CJ Stroud had a bit of a shock, only 11 out of 30 completion, so it was going pretty terrible. So they kept just reverting back to the run game, which fucking works heavily in your favour.
Heavily in that favour.
And as well as... Don't know if you took my little advice for my bet, which didn't hit, but because a few of the wide receivers are out, he doesn't have those go-tos to be hitting every time. So the run option was more of the play.
Pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Now, I believe the Joe Mixon rushing yards was paying, I can't remember. I think it might have been about $1.40 or something like that. Anyway, when I've gone to CJ Stroud, I've gone to go the 200-plus passing yards because he usually scores around like 222, 224. And then there was one, like 2 weeks ago, he only scored 92 passing yards. And I went to go 200-plus passing yards, and it went above $2. And I went, you know what? Just do the safe thing. So I put $265 on Joe Mixon 70-plus rushing yards and CJ Stroud 175-plus passing yards at $1.74 to win $462, right?
Right.
This was such a fucking roller coaster. I thought about giving the game away altogether. Now, like I said, Joe Mixon, 70, all good. Done. Early on in the piece. Happy days.
You love when one hits early because then you can just dial in on the other leg.
Focus all the energy.
And every time they don't fucking, like, a pass doesn't hit or they don't throw it to the cunt you've got on receiving yard, you're like, no, cunt,
come on. So CJ Stroud injures his fucking leg at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Goes off for majority of the second quarter, comes back on just going into halftime. I've checked the score, the box score, at the end of the third quarter, which is when I messaged you boys, because his yards was at like fucking 64 passing yards. And I'm like, holy fuck, quickly looked up CJ Stroud injury on Google. It's like, CJ Stroud injury. And I'm like, fuck. So I text you boys, is he coming back on?
I think he comes straight back on when they got the ball back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've then like gone, fuck all this. I need to watch this game. So I've chucked it up on YouTube, Hall Pass. I'm watching. He's going okay. Throws an intercept. Then they get it back. And then going into the fourth quarter, he was like at 168 passing yards. And New York Jets have got the ball and they look like they're humming, as in they're going to win the game. Anyway, he ended up getting the plus 175. I think he only just got past the 200. I was pretty happy I went with the plus 175 in the end. I was like, thank God. Anyway.
One for the good guys.
One for the good guys. Take that money out, left 100 in.
Yep.
Comes around to Monday.
So what was so what did you pull out there of your account?
So the profit in the end with the money I'd banked.
Just on the 3 legs?
Yeah, with the 3 legs.
Yep.
With the money I'd banked and the wins, because I decided to split it into 2, like 3 and 3.
Yeah.
I left 100 in the Neds app.
Yep.
And I took $404.36 out. Just off this YN2U game.
Oh, 3 legs on the...
Which is crazy.
Is anyone listening to this shit?
I know, bro.
It seems like it's a cheat code, but anyway, there's always an associated risk. But
So I've gone happy days. Now I've banked the stake that I originally started with for the next round, the next week, whatever you want to call it.
You can iterate yourself on these games. If you just want to do 3 legs, pull out that, start with 100 again, happy days.
And Brandon, I technically did 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I know you're saying you need to do it 1 week and 1 weekend.
Oh, man, that was just me
because
just setting the foundation of a game.
I did Monday last week, then I went on to Tuesday, and then I did Friday last week.
Yeah.
And then this week was the Green Bay Packers versus the Detroit Lions. The line, can you please get up the score for me, Brandon? Oh, I think it was only 10 in the end.
Man, it ended up being a bit of a touch-up. I really thought that game was going to be close.
You did think it was going to be close.
Or closer than it was anyway.
For some reason, I think it was 24-14, I think, off memory.
Was that not coming up? Sorry, bro. Yeah, 24-14. Yep.
24-14. Right. Yep. Now, I believe the Detroit Lions were, I think, 17-4 at halftime. I believe. I can't fully remember.
Might have been 3, bro. Yeah.
Might have been, 3 what?
like, I don't know how you can't get 4 points. Like, yeah.
Oh, you can't get 4 points. Maybe it was 3 points. Sorry, maybe I'm fucking full off my head.
Yeah, they were humming, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, they were humming.
They never looked like losing from the start.
When
sadly.
the line was fucking negative fucking...
what was it, only 3 or something? Or the handicap?
The line was only negative 2.5 for Detroit Lions. So I went fucking bang, $100 on that, start again. So we get up 190. So then I go right at 80% on to the next one. Minnesota Vikings. Another fucking absolute roller coaster nail biter. Holy fuck, I was happy.
They should have punished them. They really should have punished the Colts.
And the Indianapolis Colts were the first to score a touchdown. I'm going, oh,
here
fuck.
we go. This is where they fucked me.
And I was like, this is where I get fucked. Anyway, 172 on $1.90 for negative 6.5 for the Minnesota Vikings. They score they scored something in the last 30 seconds, and I think it was like 24.
21-13 was the final score.
21-13.
Yeah.
So I was just hoping to fucking God the Colts didn't come back and score a touchdown, because that would have fucked that. But the Minnesota Vikings definitely should have fucking done it. So we put $172 on that, and it was $326.80. The last leg was, I took an alternate handicap line of the Chiefs at 2.5.
Wow, that's risky. I would have advised against that.
Yeah, negative 2.5. Sorry.
Yeah, I would have advised.
You were advised
because I just
against
knew
that.
It was going to be super close.
Yeah.
Like,
So, but this is where I'm kind of fucking myself a little bit, because in NRL, like 6.5, like I don't know, I just keep fucking myself with the lines.
Yeah.
Like the Minnesota Vikings, I'm going negative 6.5. Like, they're gonna fucking piss it in. And then it was like this close game, like that a touchdown could like fuck you.
Yeah.
Whereas that's like negative 4. Anyway, it just sort of fucked me up. It fucks me up a little bit. Also because of the possession. Like
how long they take wind off the clock. Yeah.
Correct. Because like in NRL, you get a set, then you get a set. Whereas in the NFL,
you can take off 8 minutes off a quarter just by slowly
working up the field.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of need to maybe fucking
just factor that in.
Just factor that in a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, the sixth and final leg of the Y2U was only just Chiefs negative 2.5, which was paying.
So what did you have on that?
$326.80.
Fuck, you weren't even batting an eyelid at the pub that you had money on.
I know, because I kind of forgot that I had it on.
Definitely forgot.
I so forgot because I was so focused on.
I was riding a multi.
I know,
and my fantasy was riding on it, so I was watching it.
And all I'm looking at is like, yeah, fucking Melbourne Cup, mate. I'm looking at you and you're on the NFL. I'm like, warp speed. I'm going, this cunt's addicted to the fucking NFL. He's fucking watching.
Meanwhile, you got hundreds on the shit.
Yeah, and I'm going, and then like it wasn't until the end, and I'm like, because I was following the Melbourne Cup, we're watching. I'm going, well, the thing that also kind of threw me off a little bit, was as we discussed earlier, Ned's that $50 bet on Tyler's fucking pick get me up $400.
So you thought?
Yeah, I was kind of like I'm like $400, fucking hell.
You thought you had that? Oh
no, not that I thought. But
sorry.
I just like the win of $400 off of 50 kind of wiped my memory that I had this money on the fucking Chiefs game. Sure. And then so I'm already just looking at the Melbourne Cup.
You forgot you had dinner organised with the family because you just fucking had beers at the pub and golf with the boys. Correct. And you're riding this high and you've just forgotten about this other commitment.
Fully. Sure. So the Y2U game, absolute fucking smoke show, has absolutely rattled my...
So sorry, what was the last stake and win? Off that, like, so the second lots of 3 for NFL, your stake was
so just to quickly go back, Detroit Lions negative 2.5, $100, 190 win. 80% of that. Minnesota Vikings negative 6.5, $172 on that. We get a $326.80 win.
Because you're hitting like the top like $1.90s, like
yeah. Well,
some of these leagues I'm doing like $1.60.
Yeah, and like in the first week I definitely played it smart. Like, you know, I'm only going $1.74.
Yeah.
Oh, I did do $1.90 there, but then like the first leg was only $1.68. So then I've gone in the final last leg just because I wanted to fucking get it home and I thought the Chiefs are going to win. But yeah, we went negative 2.5 for the Chiefs at $1. Hang on.
Yeah, was it the alt line or?
It wasn't alt line because I'm pretty sure the line was
probably would have been close.
I think it was 1.5.
Okay, so
in
just
favor of the Chiefs. So I just added an extra point on there and thought, and it was $1.95 at 2.5.
Yeah, nice.
So
what'd you put on that?
So we had $311.36.
Yeah,
on that.
And that one
And that hit, and we had 36 cents. 607. So it was pretty similar. So minus the initial stake, because I've won all 6 in a row, I've only just used the initial stake. I've pulled out 400 and whatever the fuck it was in the first week.
Yep.
And I've actually been able to pull out 607 in the second week.
With keeping your $100 stake still in your account?
From the first week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've cleared $1,000 the first week of
insane,
the YN2U. All under $2 fucking odds, which is absolutely fucking insane. And like I was just trying to say before, this has absolutely rattled my faith in the Book of Eli. Because one of the critical rules in the Book of Eli is that, if you've got a multi happening, the odds need to the odds need to outweigh the legs. And because we're doing 2 legs, our odds typically need to be over $2, but we're going under $2.
Yep.
And I've gone on an absolute heater from the get-go.
Yeah.
I'm very big fan of this chucking over 80% of the winnings, keeping 10% of 20% of the winnings as like a backup.
Say you lost this Chiefs bet, what you would have still had in the bank of I know you sort of started again at, games, the next lot of 3.
Correct.
Winning the first 2 legs, you probably would have had, and keeping those 20%, you would have had close to $100. So
I think it was
you might only lost $20.
Correct. So I believe, because I remember I checked it, first week, going to the third multi, if that lost because it was an nail-biter, I think it was around about $64, $73, something like that. And I was like, so even if this loses, I've still got this money in the bank.
And I've lost $25.
I've lost $25 and I can go again.
See, that was when I was sort of creating this sort of concept, just thought if you could somehow bank these little bits and then, if you lose at any stage,
I'm really loving...
You've got that safety bank. You're not going, fuck, I just lost $100 unless you lose the first one. But anyway, as you just showed, it can be done.
It can be done. So I'm keen to go again next week. I'm going to stick with the NFL.
I'm sticking with NFL. That's what I know best. I'm playing fantasy. I'm literally looking at every player's stats every week to just because of my teams I'm versing, trying to cook up trades for other teams in our league. So I'm following that very closely, and it's just I can jump onto my app, go, righto, Justin Jefferson, just quickly at a glance see what yards he's hit every week. All right, 1 week he only hit 57 yards, but every other week he smoked that, over 60 or 70 yards by 50, he smoked it. So, those legs I'm always looking for just to chuck in safe, consistent.
Yeah.
Perfect for this new segment.
I will admit the Texans versus that Jets, one when CJ Stroud got injured, because I was trying to stay away from results. I was like, let's just go individual markets. Like, I feel like I can really bank on them, obviously without injury and stuff. But then when CJ Stroud got injured, I was like, fuck, I should have won a result. I was like, so mad. Anyway, he ended up coming back and getting it, so it was all good. But
that's one thing that you just probably got to take into consideration. There is always lots of injuries in NFL. So, you could be on this absolute $10, $20 sure thing.
Yep.
They go down with the injury, don't return. It fucks your whole
How do we feel about, because obviously there was a few in there and I thought it was maybe breaking, not the rules, but like the $1.90 alternate lines, that's just one leg, right?
Yeah, but it's under 2 legs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's 2 and under. It's 2 and under. Yeah, 2 and under.
Yeah.
So
it can be 1 leg, so that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, so no, I'm very fucking keen to go again. I think what I'm going to do is I think week on week, the 20%, because I was taking at the end of the 3 multi-week one, I took the winnings with me, like the 20%, and then just left 100 in there for next week. I think what I'm going to try and do is keep the 100 in there. So in that first week, I would have kept the 20% in there. I also would have kept the $100 stake in there, and I only would have taken like 300 approximately out as like, winnings to go spend. Well,
initially I had like, once you go to the 2 weeks, you are... you pull out your winnings and then start again with 100. But I don't mind that just doing it, maybe 3 bets 1 week. Yeah, if you win all 3, take out your winnings, keep your 100 in there.
As this game evolves with this, I'm keen to see what
just
works.
We iterate, change,
Yeah,
like
no, I'm fucking, I fucking love it, Brando. And we were all pretty excited from the get-go, and this just goes to show, like... Yeah, it's fucking not too bad. It's a good mode. Yeah,
and I know I've read out the last few weeks what bets I have for this little segment that we're doing, but I'm now just going to exclusively put them in the open group.
Correct, me too.
So if you guys want to follow them or whatever, you have to jump in the Neds open group. Yeah, Nice Sports, just on the homepage there of the Neds app if you're not already in there. But I'll try my best to do a little write up each bet, of why I've chosen those 2 legs. Jack Stevens, the wide receiver for the fucking Junk City.
Yep.
That, he's only not hit this certain yards
once
out of 10 games.
That's value at $1.50.
That's why I like it. They're versing this. So just give a bit of reasoning behind why I like these certain legs.
I'll be doing the same.
I think that gets the punters rallied in a sense.
Rallied,
I'm not just talking out my arm.
And I'm going to be doing different to Brandon. No matter if he does a one I really, really like, I am going to be doing different just to give, our followers, our listeners, a bit of variety in what they want to go down. Now, let's get into the write-offs of the Bet Tech.
Man, just quickly before that, I just want to give everyone an update on my Neds futures. I've only got it on my side over here, Steve-O, my Neds NFL futures bet.
I've got it on my fucking app. Tell me which one's yours, because I can't remember which one is yours.
So mine starts with Justin Jefferson and finishes with Christian McCaffrey, which got refunded, which is great because he still hasn't played a game all season. Yep.
Okay, I think
so. Now we're 9 rounds in, 9 rounds to go. It's actually 18 rounds, but most teams have one bye. So, but anyway, we're 9 rounds in, 9 to go. So, what I've done here, I've tallied up current player stats for each of these that were in this multi I've had, and then I've also written next to it, if I just double what they're currently on, what that then spits out.
Oh, so, so
now we're 9 rounds in, 9 rounds to go. What they're on, let's double it. Is that going to go over what I have? So anyway, let's from the top here. Bear with us, because it's a $251 shot. Only threw 10 on it, but fucking come over. $2.5
I've pulled it up. You've got it.
Okay, follow with me.
Yeah.
So righto, Justin Jefferson. So he's currently, I had over 1,300 and a half receiving yards, paying $1.92. Currently on 783.
Beautiful.
Double that. That hits 1,566. Beats it by 250 yards.
Bang, we're on.
Looking good. CJ Stroud. Currently on, so I need him over 4,175,000 passing yards. He's currently on 2,139. Double that. Gets over by about 100 yards. So
let's make sure he doesn't get injured.
Yes. Exactly. Malik Neighbours, in my fantasy, rookie this year, absolute weapon. Only need him for 875. He's on 557 already. So by looks of things, he's going to smoke that by a couple of 100 yards, which is great. Josh Allen, absolutely humming on 2,001 yards currently. Double that, gets us just over 4,000. Only need him for 3,750 yards. So that one looking good. So at the moment, these top 4 looking good if they stay on the same trajectory.
On the same trajectory. We're tick, 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 tick.
Yep. All right, move on. Joe Burrow, passing yards. Over 4,000. Over 4,000.5. He's on 2,244, so 2,244. Double that. Gets over it by nearly 500 yards.
Even with a couple of fucking shit games, he goes all right.
Looking good.
The Blizzard coming in cold.
My Blizzard, my boy. Jordan Love, so he's been out for 2-3
Did have an
injury.
But
he's on 1,820 passing yards. Need him for 3,850. So
he tings.
We double that. He just falls short on that same trajectory.
Oh, 3,600. Yeah,
3,640. Right. So
with the games out, if he stays in all the games till the end of he should get it.
He should get it, man. Because he has missed those 2 games. So, I'm counting that as a tick as well in my book based on averages.
I agree.
Okay, so 2 legs to go. Paddy Mahomes need him for 4,300. He's on 1,945, which is not great. Double that. You get 4,000. So looks like he's going to fall about 300 yards short. But they're on 8-0. As it comes closer to the playoffs, I think he's just going to go into another gear because he's had some pretty average games in terms of passing yards.
He's really just paced himself like Nathan Cleary.
Yeah, so that's what I'm telling myself anyway, bro.
Yeah.
So, look, that one there out of all of them is not looking the greatest, but Paddy Mahomes is Paddy Mahomes.
I'm not stressed.
Yeah, I'm not stressed. I'm keeping a keen eye on that one, and now I've done these numbers each game. I'm just going to see what he's sort of hitting there. So if he can keep averaging I think he went for like 350 yards or something ridiculous today. If he just keeps humming around that 250, to 300 and just doesn't get injured or anything, we should be right.
Now,
last bet.
Baker's in King Mayfield.
Yes, sir, Ski. So I only need him for over 3,500. Bro, the cunt's on 2,300 already. So if he's on current trajectory, he hits that by over 1,200 yards, which is insane. So he's fucking playing really good, man. Hats off to him, which is why I thought that game today was going to be as close as it was. So it's a shame he didn't get an opportunity in overtime. Mahomes, in overtime, they received the ball, went down the field, scored a touchdown, that does his thing and gets the win. Goes 8-0. But yeah, that's my little Ned's futures bet when we done our little combine. Yeah, nice NFL combine. And yeah, Steve and I have done a little futures multi. I think his is looking a bit dust. Some of the players he had have been, more injured than these guys. So we'll see what happens. 9 to go.
Like Dak Prescott and stuff?
He's been going pretty shit, and he's just done his hammy, so he'll be out for a couple of weeks.
The other one here that Steve's got, he's pretty much the exact same as you, but Dak Prescott's in it.
Other ones? I think there was someone else.
Yeah, he's got one other one.
Debo Samuel?
He's got Brock Purdy. Derrick Henry. Yeah, it's Amon-Ra. Devontae, he's got a full different one here.
Yeah, Devontae, he's been average. Obviously, he had a few games out with hammy, and now he plays a different team. Tyreek Hill, he's going terrible.
Terrible.
Because their quarterback's been injured. So.
Yeah, fucking
See, there's a few ones there, like,
king.
You probably compare these two at the start of the season. You could argue that I had some of the riskier ones.
The odds would say that.
Yeah, what was his?
His odds were 202. Yeah, basically, $220. $220.30 was his odds.
What was mine?
Yours was $251.
$251. Yeah. So
Anyway,
we might track that again in another couple of weeks.
I think so.
And then we'll just see. Then it starts coming to crunch time, and I'll probably start shitting myself.
Oh my god!
Because that would be the biggest personal bet I would have won. Obviously,
that goes
like obviously, nice 10 grand. That was fucking.
Oh yeah. But Perso bet. I think 100% that's mine. That would have to be
like lowest stake, highest return, easily,
but also like highest odds win. I think.
Yeah.
Like I've never won a $251 fucking.
Yeah, and like Steve,
bet.
If he was here, he would say, he's probably chucked on a 500 or something on a bet and maybe won. But for a Weasley $10. Turn that to 2.5K.
Yep. Insane.
I'd set myself up for a very nice Christmas.
Very nice Christmas.
But yeah, Steve-O, let's get into it around us out here tonight, brother.
Finally
on this beautiful Melbourne Cup day, Tuesday.
Beautiful Melbourne Cup day, wins everywhere.
Yeah, last week we sort of went over and my Bet Tech write-off had, Jets-Texans game, Dalton Schultz 30 plus. Oh, that's Samuelson ringing through there.
Sorry, Samuelson.
Sorry, brother, we're on the pod.
We don't want a fucking house.
Man, he missed that by fucking 4 yards or something. That was heartbreaking. Garrett Wilson, he hummed. He got like 90 or 100 yards, so that's a shame. Another loss for me. Fuck, man, 17 wins, 18 losses. I just can't believe it. I had like a 5. How would you describe it? Like a 5 plus positive score where it was like, I think I was 17 and 12 or something, and now it's just gone, I think 5 losses in a row.
You know what else is super fucking weird, right, about this bet tech and brought to you by Ned's, the best and only, right? This bet tech we've done has been, you need to pick a single leg above $1.50, like for your bet tech. That's the thing, but it's single leg. But then when we've just done this 2 and under, we've gone 2 legs, but under $2, and we've got a high win percentage, straight off the bat. Now, I'm keen to play this out and see what happens, 36 weeks in of the 2 and under game, and just to see what's better. But it is interesting straight off the bat.
Well, maybe in the new year we draw a line in the sand and go, the 2025 bet tech is the 2 and under. You know what I mean? We just change the rules.
Or, maybe we do a bet tech and a fucking 2 and under and just map it throughout the year
and get a trend.
See what goes better.
Into the chatbot, what is the better strategy?
Please give me some statistic
that
and
would
analytics.
Be good.
Steven
Tyler did say we need to start tracking these 2 and unders because there was a couple I didn't post in the open group from Friday that lost, and I've hit 3 in a row, but we won't get into it. But he's like, you need to start tracking these, bro. They're fucking tinging.
Who said this?
Tyler. He said we should start tracking these 2 and under NFL ones.
Fuck yeah. Steve didn't give us a bet tech because he's an absolute bludger and can't fucking do anything for this brand. And
man, I think wherever they've just travelled to must have no service because he's fucking... He hasn't sent a message yet.
Nothing.
And he said he was nearly there. Yeah. Anyway, fuck him. We're on the back end of the
fuck
pod
him.
here. So
see you later, Steve.
See you, buddy.
And I went Yankees and Dodgers. My heart was in the right place because the Dodgers won the World Series, but they just happened to lose Game 4, which fucking sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, another loss. Chalk it up. I'm still in the lead for the bet tech.
It was a great little run you went on there just to come back because you were always up there with me.
I was in second place.
And then I've just purely shit the bed like a little toddler and you've just fucking, you've just come in clutch, bro. So
hello.
Shout out to you.
All right. Now, on to sport or bet techs this week. What do we have?
Yeah, so I mentioned mine earlier in this podcast, Australia v Tonga. I'm just going to take Tonga at the 18.5 plus handicap. I really like that. They turned up against the Kiwis. As we've said, Australia, they're only winning these games by 10, by 18. So, yeah, based on that, Australia not playing to their full potential. Tonga coming off at the end of the game, they just won. But, if they can replicate that first half performance in both halves, I feel like they can really go toe-to-toe with Australia. Can they win? Time will tell. But the 18.5 plus handicap, they don't need to win. $1.90. That's my bet tech this week, brother.
I'm going to go $1.60. Just going real short. Fuck it.
Yep. No worries. All good?
That's pretty much it. We have nothing from Steven in regards to his bet tech. He misses out again. I think he's 4 rounds behind at this stage. Oh, well.
Well, that's his problem, eh?
Correct.
We will have a little reel up of Steve, what he's doing, what he's up to. So keep an eye on the socials. But he's meant to be back next week. I think he flies back in Monday.
Yeah, perfect.
So we'll have Weasel over here with his what did we say? His soul leaking out of his head on that little brown patch on the wall.
Fucking soul stain on the back of the fucking wall like a dog.
Oh fuck! It'd be good to have him back.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. So no worries, bro. As always, odd subject to change. Terms and conditions on the Neds website or the Neds app. Yeah. Anything else, Steve-O?
Brought to you by the best, the only, Neds.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.